Marketing season 2020-21, the cabinet also decides to give ownership rights to 40 lakh people living in unauthorized colonies in Delhi. Cabinet approves the revival plan of BSNL and MTNL in principal merger of the two. Attractive VRS packages to be offered, spectrum of 4G to be allocated to telecom public sector enterprises. Major success for security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. The police say that with the killing of Amit Lelhari in Avantipora encounter, the entire Al-Qaeda network in Jammu and Kashmir has been wiped out. The centre issues an advisory asking the Indian travellers to Turkey to exercise utmost caution in view of the situation there. The MEA says that in case of any emergency, the Indian mission and posts can be contacted on helpline numbers. Hong Kong extradition bill formally scrapped after months of protests. The move unlikely to end unrest as only one of the 5 demands of the protesters are met. And the former Indian Captain Sourav Ganguly takes over as the 39th President of the BCCI and says that he will stamp out corruption and herald the era of transparency in the cricket body. Namaskar and welcome. You're with DD News. I'm Mark Lynn. Our top story, well, the government today hiked the minimum support price for wheat by 85 rupees and it now stands at 1,925 rupees a quintal. And pulses also is up by 325 rupees per quintal, up to in fact 325 rupees per quintal. Now a decision in this regard was taken at a meeting of the Union Cabinet and the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs headed by the Prime Minister.
रबी के फसल के लिए न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य MSP ये बढ़ा दिए गए हैं और गेहूं के लिए 85 रुपए की वृद्धि हुई है। लागत मूल्य से अब 109% ज्यादा कीमत गेहूं के लिए दिया है। जौ का कीमत अब 1525 होगी, यानी फिर 85 रुपए की बढ़त है। चने में 4875 दाम है, यानी 255 की बढ़त है। मसूर में 4800 दाम दिया है तो 325 की बढ़त है। सरसों का तेल में सरसों में 4425 दर दिया है तो 225 की बढ़त है और करनी में 5215 रिकॉर्ड भाव दिया है जिसमें 270 की वृद्धि है। तो अब 50% से लेकर 109% तक लागत मूल्य से ज्यादा कीमत सरकार ने दी है मुनाफा ऐड करके।
So MSP of pulses has increased by up to 325 rupees. Moving on to our next story then, briefing the media in New Delhi, the Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said that the government has also decided to merge the loss-making telecom firms MTNL and BSNL as part of a revival package that includes raising sovereign bonds, monetizing assets and voluntary retirement scheme for employees.
नहीं से हम बंद कर रहे हैं, नहीं से बेच रहे हैं, नहीं से डिसइन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। हम इनको कॉम्पिटिटिव करना चाह रहे हैं, प्रोफेशनलिज्म लाना चाह रहे हैं। पहली बात तो यह है कि 15,000 करोड़ का सॉवरेन बॉन्ड रेज किया जाएगा जिसको सर्विस BSNL MTNL करेंगे, नंबर 1। दूसरा, 4G स्पेक्ट्रम इनको हम एलोकेट करेंगे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली अपॉन द 2016 प्राइस। तीसरी बात यह है कि इनके पास जो एसेट्स है तो लगभग हम 38,000 करोड़ के एसेट्स को मोनेटाइज करेंगे। एसेट्स वर्थ 38,000 करोड़ वी आर गोइंग टू मोनेटाइज इन द कमिंग 4 years। 4G स्पेक्ट्रम मोनेटाइजेशन, 15,000 करोड़ सॉवरेन बॉन्ड्स। तीसरी बात यह है कि हम बहुत ही अट्रैक्टिव वीआरएस पैकेज लेकर के आ रहे हैं।
The Union Minister Prakash Javadekar also announced that the government has decided to open fuel retailing norms, allowing non-oil companies to set up petrol pumps, and termed as authorization to market transportation. This decision, in fact, will not only increase the investment and employment, but it will also provide consumers with multiple choices.
पेट्रोल रिटेल आउटलेट्स दूसरी कंपनियां भी खोल सकती है, यानी नई कंपनियां भी शुरू कर सकती है। ये पेट्रोलियम का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण फैसला हुआ है और उसमें निवेश बढ़ेगा, रोजगार बढ़ेगा, उससे उत्पादकता बढ़ेगी। तो ऑथराइजेशन टू मार्केट ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, ये उसका फैसले का नाम है।
The Union Cabinet also decided to give ownership rights to 40 lakh people living in unauthorized colonies in Delhi. Let's listen.
Ownership rights will be conferred to the people who are living there, whether they are living on private land or on government land, because many of these transactions have taken place on the basis of general power of attorneys or some other documentation. But not only have we decided to go ahead and confer these rights, which will enable the inhabitants of these colonies to apply for permission, to raise the FAR, to build, to sell, all manner of transactions. Having regard to the fact that most of these inhabitants belong to the low income group, these rights will be confirmed on the payment of nominal rates.
And the Union Cabinet also announced the decision to create 60 new ranks from Assistant Commandant to Additional Director General to enhance the supervisory staff in the senior duty posts of the ITBP.
इंडियन टिबेटन बॉर्डर फोर्स पुलिस, इसके और एक कैडर रिव्यू करने का निर्णय हुआ और ए दर्जे के 60 पोस्टों का निर्माण किया जाएगा और इसके लिए 2 यूनिट करना मुनासिब समझा और इसके लिए ये रिव्यू ऑफ ग्रुप ए जनरल ड्यूटी एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड नॉन जीडी कैडर ऑफ इंडो टिबेटियन बॉर्डर पुलिस, ऐसे 2 कैडर रिव्यू का मतलब है और उसमें 2 यूनिट बनेंगे।
The Jammu and Kashmir Director General of Police Dilbag Singh today said that 6 terrorists had been gunned down in separate encounters in the past few days in the state. Addressing a press conference in Srinagar, the DGP said that 3 terrorists killed during an encounter in Pulwama's trial yesterday were associated with Ansar Ghazwat ul Hind group, and the slain terrorists have been identified as Hamid Lone alias Hamid Lelhari, Naveed Ahmed Tusk, and also Junaid Rashid Bhatt. Now, as per the police records, they were all part of the Zakir Musa group and they were wanted for complicity in a series of terror crimes.
कल का ऑपरेशन जो तराल में हुआ, राजपुरा गांव में, तराल में, जिसमें 3 मिलिटेंट मारे गए। शुरू में इतला थी कि एक लोकल तो पहचान लिया था, दूसरे 2 पाकिस्तानी या फॉरेन टेररिस्ट होने की इतला थी, मगर देर रात को बाकी 2 की भी पहचान हो गई। ये 3 के 3 लोकल मिलिटेंट हैं और 3 के 3 ही अंसार गजवतुल हिंद के साथ वाबस्ता हैं। ये तीनों के तीनों मिलिटेंट अवंतीपुरा पुलवामा बेल्ट के रहने वाले हैं और तीनों के तीनों जैश के साथ आजकल कोऑर्डिनेशन में काम कर रहे थे, क्योंकि जैश मोहम्मद धीरे धीरे लश्कर के साथ, हिजब के साथ, इस सब के साथ अपना राब्ता जोड़ रही है कि ये जो मिलिटेंट मारे गए हैं ये बहुत सारी मिलिटेंट रिलेटेड कार्रवाइयों में शामिल थे। इनसे बड़ी तादाद में असला अम्युनिशन भी पकड़ा गया है। 3 AK-47, 46 इनके कब्जे से पकड़ी गई हैं और मैं ये समझता हूं कि इस एरिया में इस ग्रुप के मारे जाने से आतंक का काफी हद तक जो सफाया होगा।
And the DGP also said that in a big win for the security forces, Zakir Musa's successor and the chief of Kashmir's Al-Qaeda unit Hamid Lelhari was gunned down on Tuesday evening.
जब जाकिर मूसा मारा गया था उसके बाद इस ग्रुप की कमांड जो है वो हमीद ललिहारी को दी गई थी। हमीद ललिहारी तब से लेकर के इस ग्रुप को चला रहा था और काफी लोगों को उसने मोटिवेट किया, जबकि उस वक्त ये ग्रुप खत्म ही हो गया था, उसके बाद इसने मोटिवेट करके 2 और लोग हैं जिनको मिलिटेंट्स की सफ़ों में शामिल किया, खासतौर पे अपने ग्रुप के अंदर शामिल किया, जिसमें नवीद और जुनेद शामिल हैं। ये तीनों के तीनों मिलिटेंट अवंतीपुरा पुलवामा बेल्ट के रहने वाले हैं और तीनों के तीनों जैश के साथ आजकल कोऑर्डिनेशन में काम कर रहे थे।
Dilbagh Singh also said that even though Pakistan is continuously trying to mislead Kashmir youth, the youth have now shunned the path of violence, of terrorism, and they've chosen the path of peace.
कि ये लोग जो गलत रास्ते पे चले हैं, जो पाकिस्तान एजेंसियों और इशारों के उन पे नाचते हैं, उनके चलते ये नौजवानों को बरगला करके मिलिटेंसी के रास्ते पे ला रहे हैं। हम आज भी चाहेंगे कि नौजवान जो गलत रास्ते पे चल पड़ा है वो अपना हथियार छोड़े और सही रास्ता अपनाने की कोशिश करे, क्योंकि हथियार मौत का जरिया है। हथियार मौत देता है और अपने लिए मौत का असर पैदा करता है, मौत का माहौल पैदा करता है।
The Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar today said that a protocol has been decided among the member countries to the roadmap for the enumeration of snow leopards. Now addressing the inaugural session of the 4th Steering Committee meeting of the Global Snow Leopard and Ecosystem Protection Program in New Delhi on the occasion of International Snow Leopard Day, the minister said that it will help all the countries to double the population of snow leopards in the coming decade.
Living at an extreme altitudes in steep mountains of Himalayas and in a bitterly cold climate, snow leopards are among the most difficult of the world's top predators to study. Even after decades of research, no one knows exactly how many of these big and extremely elusive cats remain. On International Snow Leopards Day, Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar said that a protocol has been decided among the member countries to be the roadmap for enumeration of snow leopards. He added that once the enumeration is completed, the plan is to double the population of snow leopards in the world.
I am very sure as we have starting protocol today, we all countries can work together and enumerate the number of snow leopards. And what is the importance of enumerating? Once you enumerate, you feel to double it as early as possible. And I am very sure that snow leopards also, as we have doubled the population of tiger, we all put together, the range countries will strive to double the snow leopard population in the world in coming decade.
Addressing the inaugural session of the 4th Steering Committee meeting of the Global Snow Leopard and Ecosystem Protection Program, Union's Environment Minister said that maximum population of snow leopard is in Mongolia and China.
I am very sure that these deliberations will be very successful and chalk out the very practical program for all the countries together, and we can win this important battle against climate change by preserving nature, by improving nature, and by multiplying the whole epitome of ecology which certifies the ecology, that is leopards, tigers, lions, elephants, rhinos and all animal kingdom.
Even though India has strong wildlife legislations where snow leopard is conferred the highest level, the feline continues to face serious threats from the poachers. Recognizing the importance, population assessment of world's snow leopard has been launched, which is expected to lead to scientifically robust national and statewide population estimates of this endangered and elusive cat across its high altitude habitat, both inside and outside protected areas. Tapas Bhattacharya's report, DD News, Delhi.
What a beautiful tale it has. Now moving on to our next story then, some weather related updates. Recovering from significant damage due to floods across North Karnataka region. Almost a month ago, the region is again gripped by fear of floods, with heavy rains lashing regions in central Karnataka as well as north interior Karnataka. Now, according to the India Meteorological Department, intense rainfall activity is likely to continue all through the week, bringing heavy showers. Today morning, in fact, 4 engineering teams of the Indian Army were activated for Raichur district, and with flood relief as well as rehabilitation materials, including boats. And further teams are on standby for other districts as well. President Ramnath Kovind today met the King of Bhutan, Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk, in Tokyo. The President is on the last leg of his 2-nation visit, which was to the Philippines and Japan. Yesterday, President Kovind attended the enthronement ceremony of the Japanese Emperor Naruhito. And efforts of the government to take banking services to the doorstep of customers were seen in the Salon town of Uttar Pradesh's Amethi constituency. The Union Minister and Amethi MP Smriti Irani inaugurated a 2-day customer contact initiative program of the Bank of Baroda in Salon. And, well, she also handed loan sanction letters to the beneficiaries of the program. Addressing this program, the Union Minister Smriti Irani said that loans worth 1,500 crore rupees were provided in 2 days in 27 districts in Uttar Pradesh. She also said that in Rai Bareli district, loans of 25 crore rupees were sanctioned to 810 applicants in a single day. She further added that there should be no politics in working for development and to double the farmers' income.
ग्राहक संपर्क की जो पहल है, उत्तर प्रदेश में लगभग 1 माह के अंतर्गत 27 ऐसे कैंप जिलों में लगाए गए हैं। मात्र 2 दिनों की अवधि में 1500 करोड़ रुपया मात्र इन 27 कैंपों के माध्यम से ग्राहकों को दिया गया। अमेठी जिले में, रायबरेली जनपद में मात्र आज के कैंप के माध्यम से 810 लोगों का सैंक्शन हो गया है। 25 करोड़ रुपए का लोन आज इन्हीं अफसरों ने सैंक्शन करवाया है आपके लिए, और आज ही उसमें से 15 करोड़ रुपया जनता के हाथों में दिया जाएगा मात्र इस जनपद में। उसके लिए जनता की ओर से इन बैंक और बैंक के अधिकारियों को विशेष आभार व्यक्त करती हूं।
And speaking on the occasion of the valedictory ceremony of the Dhruv program in New Delhi, the HRD Secretary Amit Caray said that every child is gifted and the job of our education system should be to develop the talent within each child. Now, Dhruv is a unique program to identify talented students and mentor them in the Center of Excellence for 14 days so that they can reach their full potential and also work for society.
I always feel that every child is gifted. Some have talents which are different from others. The job of a good teacher or of the entire education system should be to develop the talent which is already there.
The Delhi High Court today granted bail to the Karnataka Congress leader D.K. Shivakumar on a personal bond of 25 lakh rupees in connection with the money laundering case. He was in judicial custody and his bail plea was rejected by a trial court earlier. And a wreath-laying ceremony was organized for Naib Subedar Walte Sunil Rao Sahib in New Delhi today. He lost his life in the exchange of fire in Nowshera sector of Jammu and Kashmir yesterday. The Vice Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General M.M. Narawane, also paid his tributes to the martyr. In a major blow to the opposition parties, 6 sitting MLAs joined the BJP ahead of the assembly polls in Jharkhand. 3 MLAs of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Kunal Sarangi, JP Bhai Patel and Chamra Linda, 2 MLAs of the Congress, Sukhdev Bhagat, Manoj Yadav, and 1 MLA of Nav Jawan Sangharsh Morcha, Bhanu Pratap Shahi, joined the BJP in the presence of the state's Chief Minister Raghubar Das in Ranchi. In view of the queries put forth by Indian nationals travelling to Turkey, the Government of India has issued an advisory. It's asked these travellers to exercise utmost caution. The Ministry of External Affairs said that although there have been no reports of any untoward incident in Ankara so far involving Indian nationals, travellers are requested to exercise utmost caution while travelling there. It further added that in case of any assistance required, one may get in touch with the Indian mission and posts through the helpline numbers. The Bangladesh Navy has detained 14 Indian fishermen along with a trawler from the Fairway Buoy area of the Bay of Bengal for allegedly intruding into the Bangladesh maritime territory. A patrol team of Bangladesh Navy detained the fishermen on Tuesday and were later handed over to the Mongla police station. A total of 63 Indian fishermen have been detained from the Fairway Buoy area in the last 23 days. And let's move on to our next story then. This is a story about Hong Kong. It's a big development there, we are told. And in a big development, Hong Kong authorities today withdrew an unpopular extradition bill that sparked months of chaotic protests that have since morphed into a campaign for greater democratic change. The long-expected scrapping of the bill was overshadowed by the drama surrounding the release from a Hong Kong prison of the murder suspect at the heart of the extradition case controversy. Taiwan announced on Tuesday that it was willing to send a delegation to bring Chan back to the self-ruled island for trial, but Hong Kong rejected the offer, saying that the suspect should be allowed to fly unaccompanied to Taiwan to turn himself in. The controversy is rooted in the unwillingness of Hong Kong, a semi-autonomous Chinese region, to recognize the legitimacy of the legal bodies in Taiwan, which the communist authorities in Beijing consider a breakaway province. Now, Turkey and Russia have agreed to remove the Syrian Kurdish YPG militia to beyond 30 kilometers from the Turkish border, after which their troops will jointly patrol a narrow strip of the land in the safe zone that Ankara has sought in northern Syria. Today afternoon, the Russian military police and also the Syrian border guards will move in to facilitate the removal of the YPG members and weapons to beyond the zone in a mission that should take at least 6 days, according to the deal. Now, speaking at a joint press conference as well with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, the Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said that the Turkish and the Russian troops would conduct joint patrols in northern Syria within 10 kilometers of the border. The YPG, which led the Kurdish SDF forces that for years were the US allies in the fight against the Islamic State, will also leave the towns of Tel Rifat and Mamji. This is under the deal struck between Erdogan and the Russian President Putin in Sochi on the Black Sea. As British Prime Minister Boris Johnson loses a crucial vote in Parliament on a timetable for departure, the European Council President Donald Tusk has recommended that the other 27 member states of the European Union approve a delay of Britain's departure date. The MPs yesterday voted to reject the Brexit bill 3-day timeline, the timetable, by 322 votes to 308. MPs backed the withdrawal agreement bill, but minutes later voted against the timetable, leaving it in limbo. And the next step, PM Johnson said, would be waiting for the EU to respond to a request to delay the 31 October Brexit date, which he reluctantly sent to Brussels on Saturday after being forced to do so by lawmakers. And the former Indian Captain Sourav Ganguly today took over as the BCCI's 39th president. The 47-year-old former Indian captain was officially entrusted with the task of heading Indian cricket for the next 9 months at the BCCI's general body meeting, ending 33-month reign of the Supreme Court appointed Committee of Administrators.
Former Indian Captain Sourav Ganguly has been formally elected unopposed as the new BCCI President. Ganguly formally took over as the new boss at the Apex body's annual general meeting in Mumbai on Wednesday. Notably, Ganguly filed his nomination for the role of BCCI President after 11th hour drama earlier this month. He has been elected unopposed as the president of the richest body in world cricket. Ganguly is likely to serve only 9 months as BCCI President, as the cooling off period clause in the new BCCI constitution makes it mandatory for the board officials to step down after 6 years in office. Along with Sourav Ganguly, Jay Shah was chosen unanimously as the BCCI Secretary. Arun Singh Dhumal was made the new BCCI Treasurer, and Kerala Cricket Association President Jayesh George was elected as the Joint Secretary. Mahim Verma of Uttarakhand became the new Vice President.
Coincidentally, fortunately or unfortunately, even when I became captain, it was a similar sort of a situation when I captained India for 6 years. And this is a similar sort of situation where, you know, things need to be brought back in place, reforms need to be done, you know, there's huge amounts of money to be paid to state associations, so it's a completely new start.
The latest elevation fits into Ganguly's template of constantly defying the odds. In 1996, when he was selected to play for India during the England tour, the elegant southpaw was deemed to have sneaked in through the informal East Zone quota system. His 100 on Test debut at Lord's though changed all that. When Indian cricket got mired in that match-fixing controversy in 2000, Ganguly took over the reins of captaincy and reclaimed the faith of the fans. But his was a rollercoaster tenure, and when the acrimonious split with coach Greg Chappell seemingly ended his career, Ganguly staged a rousing comeback during the South Africa tour in 2006-07. 11 years after he retired in 2008 with 18,575 international runs and 38 hundreds, the Ganguly story isn't finished yet. Sports Desk, DD News.
That's all we have in this news bulletin. Thanks very much for being with us. Namaskar.